Hi everybody, welcome back to another stream. I hope we're all doing well and having a wonderful, beautiful, amazing day today. Listen. I have been going insane trying to figure out what to do on Animal Crossing because I want to play. I have the desire and motivation to play, but I have no idea what I want to do because I feel like I have like millions of ideas. Not millions, but it feels like that to me. And I don't know which one to do. We literally planned an entire island theme the other day, and now I might not even do it. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the other screen really fast, and then I'll read off y'all's messages. If you saw a bit of brown on my lip, no, you did not. I was just drinking coffee. Hello, Rich. Hello, Ruby Plays. Hello, Megs. Hello, Ash. Hello, Crowley. Hello, Nick. Hello, Anthony. Hello, The Pretzel. Oh, I'm good. How are you? Sorry, I just got a text from my mother-in-law. I didn't know who that was. I hate when you get comfy and then you have to pee. That's me currently. Mood. I already got to KK on my island. For some reason, I thought you meant 10K, and I was like, 10,000 what? By the way, please let me know if there's any adjustments you want me to make to the volume. I feel like I probably should put in chat a list of ideas that I have, or at least talk about them out loud. Would you prefer them in chat actually, or would you prefer for me to just discuss them out loud? Or both, because I could do both. Just let me know. And oh, and thank you, I appreciate it. It's got little moths all over it. Thank you, Rich. I'm gonna make a little poll really quickly while you guys decide. Audio sounds good? Okay. Oh, by the way, I will be at your stream, Ash. Okay. I hate how slow I type. I feel like I'm very self-aware about it. Almost done. Okay, there. It's okay if you guys vote for the second one. Both. Okay, you can make your acnh island a monospecies theme, aka only one species. Could you imagine if there was one species where it was just like only one villager and I just had the one villager and I never progressed? I love you too. Okay, so my ideas are witchy forest core. I've got literally 2 other themes I haven't even talked about because I was worried that somebody was going to steal them. So if somebody steals one of these ideas, I will be very sad. Is that, how do we even spell that? I'm trying to spell labyrinth, but I can't figure it out. Kind of like what I'm doing, except I'm sticking with not just cats, but dogs and one rabbit. A remastered Coraline Island, yes. So current options, I'll type them in a second. Witchy Forest Core, Labyrinth, like the Labyrinth movie, like with David Bowie. Chapel Roan themed, and I already have an island name, like idea for that whole island itself. So Chapel Roan, Labyrinth, Witchy Forest Core, and I also want to make a remastered Coraline Island because I feel like I've got better ideas than before and I feel like I could make it be a lot better, but I also want to make a supernatural island and I want to do the community challenge started recently, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I have an idea, Labyrinth, oh, ooh, lots of fans for the Labyrinth. That was my idea? Really? You were going to do a Chapel Roan Island? Okay, well, I don't know how to spell labyrinths very well. Google, wait, what about Google? What happened? What happened? I'm a little bit confused. So we're gonna pretend that I spelled labyrinth right. I don't know if I did. So Labyrinth, Chapel Roan. Coraline Remastered. Speaking of that, they're supposed to be bringing it in 3D back to theaters. I'm biased towards the Chapel Roan theme. I love her. Chapel Roan, 1000%. What a chaperone. Chapel Roan Island. No, you're good. I would just have a very pink island, like as many pink decor items as I could, but I would also add in some Midwest themes. And I would make sure to have some ponies on the island for Pink Pony Club, you know? Did I miss any on here? I don't think so. Oh yeah, supernatural. Sorry, I'm a super slow typer. Did I miss any? Witchy Forest Core, Labyrinth, Chapel Roan, Coraline Remastered, Supernatural, or the Community RPG Challenge. I don't have pictures saved so I can show you, unfortunately, but I should have. I am so sorry. Okay. Hopefully I didn't miss any. If for some reason I did, I'm sorry. My theater of choice here has free movie nights throughout the summer. That'd be fun. I've always wanted to go to like a drive-in type movie. I feel like something we need to talk about is what I like about each of those themes, and if you guys have anything that you feel like maybe I'm not considering with those, like maybe something that would make it really hard, something that would maybe just make anything, like anything that would make it hard or cause inconveniences that I'm maybe not considering. If you think about that for any of them, definitely let me know, because I feel like I could easily be overlooking something right now. Marina's a guaranteed for the island. Oh, 100%. I think her name is Peaches, but I believe there's a pink horse. Does anybody know what her name is? Because I feel like it's Peaches. I know that there's also a pastel purple horse, but that's not the same thing. When you say Labyrinth, do you mean like a maze? No, by Labyrinth, I mean the movie Labyrinth that had David Bowie. It's like this movie where this young girl gets really irritated having to babysit her little brother, who's like a literal baby. And she gets so upset with hearing him cry that she sends him off to the Goblin King, which is technically not even real. It's part of her book. But then it becomes real and she has to solve this big labyrinth trying to get her baby brother back. Wait, are you also the drive-in movie theater? I'm jealous. I'm really jealous. While we're discussing, let me know what fit you think I should have. Chaperone thing would be so cute. I really debated it, and I already know what I'm gonna call the island if I do that route. I'm gonna try and get the ugliest outfit I can. Pizza restaurant for hot to go. That'd be perfect. The only thing is, I am not from the Midwest whatsoever, so I'm kind of worried that if I do the chaperone thing, because she puts so much emphasis on the Midwest princess idea, I'm not from the Midwest, and I feel like I might not do it enough justice. I can get enough information just from her fandom in general and like her songs, but I don't know. I want to make sure that I do the Midwest princess part justice. My vote is for Witchy or Chaperone. We literally already set up an entire planned board for the Witchy theme too. And now I'm not even sure if I'm gonna go through with it. And I hate that I did that because I feel like I had everybody help me. And then I'm like, well, actually, maybe not. Oh, this is a look. Would you guys wear this? If I was your fashion designer and I made you this outfit to go on the red carpet with, would you wear it? Yes or no? Don't lie to me. I need to find really ugly shoes to put with it. Oh, yeah, that's a really good look. Perfect. Yes. I think it would be fun either way. I'm not from the Midwest either. I don't know what Midwest culture is like, except maybe being similar to Canada. I don't know what the culture is like either. I mean, I've technically been to, does Colorado count as the Midwest? Like, is that considered Midwestern? Because I haven't really been to that many states. I know, like in terms of culture, like you said, I know nothing about the Midwest. All I know is that some of y'all have basements, and that's extremely uncommon here. Oh, wait, you know what I could do? I did have that poll put up for just to be funny, if you guys think I'm actually gonna come to a choice or not. But now I'm kind of like, well, what if I removed that? And then I made all of the answer options, just all the different theme ideas. Colorado's considered Rocky Mountain region. Okay. I could definitely do an island for some reason, if Chaperone was South Princess, then I could do that. I'm very worried that I won't do it enough justice. I thought the Midwest was considered the area where the Great Lakes are, aka Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, Minnesota, etc. I just wanted to make sure, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of embarrassed that I felt like I had to ask, but it's okay. Hi, Mom, but when I see a falling star, I close my eyes and wish for it. Nice try, darling. It's a secret, of course. Here's to making wishes and chasing dreams. I don't know why you sent me a gift, but thanks. Here. I think it might be a better idea then, so that way you guys can have a visual of it because you said you wanted both. I probably should just go ahead and put that in chat. Yeah, okay. Give me a sec. I also feel like the supernatural theme idea is something that I could easily do. Because I've watched copious amounts of Supernatural. It's kind of unreal. Okay, so I almost put a V instead of a C, and then it would have been Vapelrone. It keeps tripping me up trying to type her name because I instinctively want to put one L, and I have to remind myself that it's two. That one, which one am I missing? And then which one? Going back up to my other message because my memory is doo-doo. There's only 4 options, so because of that, I guess I should probably put the most important ones. As much as I would be able to do a supernatural one really well, I don't know if that's going to be the most popular thing, so it's kind of like on the back burner now. Chaperone, Witchy Forest Core, Labyrinth, and then Coraline Remastered. Double checking one last time, I'm not missing any. The only one that wouldn't fit on there is the community RPG challenge for Animal Crossing. That I am still heavily on the fence about. Okay, I'm gonna start the poll now. I can't put the RPG one on there because there's not enough space, so I will leave that up for a little while. And then after it's been up, had a chance to be up, then we'll go ahead and take it down. And I might just do a second one with the community RPG as part of it. I just remembered I haven't played Animal Crossing on my 3DS for months. My town is in ruins. The worst part of having to play New Leaf on 3DS is you work so hard on all of your paths, and then just for a random villager that you think is really crusty to move in right on top of it, because we had zero control over where they moved to, and that will never not make me angry. Like, it's just so inconvenient. You know what I just realized? The outfit that I put on kind of makes me look like a sim. Like, you know how you can choose the randomize option on The Sims? This is what one of the outfits would look like. I mean, it really does. Kind of a look, though. No, you didn't. I was just saying hi to my in-game mom because I got a letter from mom in Animal Crossing. And who knows, maybe if we come to an actual decision this stream, maybe I could reset tomorrow. We'll see. That ultimately comes down to the fact that if I can actually settle on something today. By Coraline, do you mean the claymation movie? Yes. So a couple of years ago, I made a Coraline Island, for anybody that didn't know. And I decided recently, I kind of want to maybe make it again sometime, but remake it and try to recreate everything that I did before, but make some parts of it better. Oh. Maybe while I'm just like talking about this, I guess we're gonna be doing a surprise villager hunt. Do you want me to? Because apparently this has just been open this whole time. In-game outfit's great, thank you. I'm so glad you agree, designer. Then Lexi would say, Narshka boo. Did I do good? I felt like I sound like a sim. Interesting. I feel like the Chapel Roan theme might be in the lead. Yeah, it's in the lead by far. Wow. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Also, I hope you enjoy your lurk, Crowley. I'm gonna check my island rating with Isabel really quick. I almost did lo-fi today, but because I was super sleepy earlier, I did not want to do that because I was worried I'd make it worse. Oh, I don't know if anybody noticed, but today during the starting soon screen for the music, I deliberately chose one of the KK Slider songs just to kind of have it loop like I used to. If you weren't here during the earlier era of my channel, like a couple of years ago, when almost every stream I did was Animal Crossing, I had this thing going on where every Animal Crossing stream I would choose a random KK Slider song to be the starting soon screen music. It was a way that it would like be a similar vibe to the game without using copyrighted music. And I don't know, I just did that again because it felt nostalgic. Lacks appealing scenery. Stop. Wait, actually, I don't know if Crowley, you're lurking, so I'm not gonna bother you while you're trying to lurk. Ash, are you still here? I need to show you something if you're still here. And I can do it right now. Just give me a second. If you know, you know. Don't spoil it. That was words of wisdom from Athena trying to get comfy. I love her. Okay, I'm gonna play it just in case, so. I love it so much. When I first did that the other day, I thought that was the funniest thing ever. And I feel like you were like, are you kidding me? Because I had everybody so hyped up about it. And you know what the thing is? I could realistically do all of these ideas eventually. I don't necessarily need to stress about doing one and then never doing any of the others. I could easily just do them later down the line whenever I feel like doing Animal Crossing. I'm just like amazed at how many more votes that the Chapel Roan theme has. The only thing is, though, that I will say also, hello, Bill, welcome in. Only thing I want to say, though, that I feel like is important to remember here is just the fact that if I did that, let's say we went with the Chapel Roan theme, I'm not going to make my character look like her or be her. And the reason I say that is because I feel like that's almost just it feels a little bit creepy to me, especially because Chapel herself has expressed on more than one account that she very much values her privacy and generally things of that nature. And I almost kind of feel like that would be a little weird. I mean, she obviously doesn't know me, and I know that, but I feel like if she were to hypothetically somehow find out, that would almost be kind of creepy. So I'm just gonna make myself, if I do that island, but with the entire island being themed around the concept of her music and her fandom. Does that make sense? I know she doesn't know me, but it's important to me to try and do little things like that to respect people's privacy. I just realized something. Look at Orville. Just look at his face. Look by his eyes specifically. The parts above his head, I can't tell if those are meant to be like little wrinkles or if they're eyebrows. Because they kind of look like both. Are they wrinkles or are they eyebrows? Or pink dress, exactly. Like, aside from like naming my character Lexi and everything, or Lex or something, everything else will be Chapel themed. It feels morally wrong to me to go and do that to make it look like her specifically, knowing how much she values privacy. Just feels a little wrong to me. Eyebrows, I'm pretty sure. See, it does look like eyebrows. But they could also be wrinkles, because especially like after a certain point in your life when you're aging, when you start like especially if you raise your eyebrows excessively, you start to get little wrinkles on your forehead. Fun fact. So, I've already started to get them too, but you can only really see it if I like deliberately am being super expressive. But my mom has them, and whenever I was little, I didn't really have any understanding of why skin did that. I didn't know. So when I was little, my mom would hold me, and I would sit there, and I would touch them with my fingers, and I would call them her stripes. Because I didn't know what a wrinkle was. I called them stripes. And I think the only reason she let me was because she thought it was cute. But as soon as I knew better, I think she stopped letting me say that. I've had wrinkles since I was 15. I raise my eyebrows a lot, especially if I'm putting on some kind of eye area makeup. So I do too. But again, you can only really see them if I raise my eyebrows a lot. Well, I have other ones technically on my face, but they're like microscopic. So you can only really see them if you're me. I just figured I would villager hunt while we all talked. Alright. I am going to start making a note on paper just of any ideas or possible inconveniences or problems that could come down the line with different themes. Because I just feel like there's got to be some ideas or details of some sort that I'm missing that I need to be considering and I'm not. Where's the pen that I had last time? Okay, whatever. This one will work too. Okay. I think, and I'm not sure if y'all are going to agree because I personally think they're helpful, but I think it would be a good idea to make almost like a pros and cons list of the different ideas, at least putting like a few underneath each of them. I hope you enjoy your lurk, the pretzel. This outfit is so ugly. Why did I do this? Okay, I'm gonna sit here for a second. Don't worry, I'm not ending the stream. I'm just making my character stay still while I write this down. So, for the Chapel Roan theme... Wait, let me know what you guys think about this. I just came up with a different idea. Not a different island theme idea, don't worry. I'm not adding another one to the list. Let me know what you think about this plan. What if there was because I have this little notebook that I write notes in by my desk. What if we made a page for each of the themes and we simply just came up with a list of hypothetical villagers for each of those themes? I feel like that would help with feeling creative, help to get with ideas, and I feel like that would also help me to really be able to decide by the end of the stream which one I want. What do you think? As long as I'm remembering right, immediately Peaches the horse would be a really good villager idea for a Chapel Roan island. I also feel like, especially in this community, Apple would be a really good villager. I say that because a long time ago, I really don't even remember how this conversation happened, but somehow, some way we coined this joke that Apple the villager is a lesbian. Someone in the house just dropped something. If you heard a noise, that's what that was. I can't keep this outfit on anymore. I need to go change it to something actually cute. So. Oh, I'll start putting them in chat too, of course. I just realized that I should have been doing that for the villagers, so. Chapel Roan villagers. Maybe it was Libra. Libra, I feel like lurks on occasion, like, and will come out of lurking and like pop out into the chat at the most unsuspected moments. There's no music in this house. I'm sorry that it's kind of quiet, but something peaches, apple, not the fruit, the villager. That's all I've got so far, but working on the Chapel Roan villagers first. Can you guys hear that, by the way? I'm sorry if you can't. Trying to figure out what the noise was. I'm sorry. Generally, like any villagers you can think of, just purely by color coding that are pink in some way, shape, or form. Oh, I know Vladimir is another one. Vladimir, but he's like, I don't really like him that much, admittedly, so I'm gonna put like some question marks by it. Another thing is also that aside from the people that are in the house, there's also people next door that are doing construction on a house, and they don't seem to have any self-awareness as to how loud they are. So that's nice. I'm really sorry if you can hear it, but they have no idea that I'm in here trying to stream. So, well, Peanut would be a good villager. Peanut. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, Fuchsia would be good for sure. Snake, he's pink. Kind of. I don't know if you ever saw it, Shiver, but I put Snake in one of my Animal Crossing shorts regarding villagers that I think are underrated. Just so I don't sit and ramble about it the whole time. And can y'all even hear the people in the background that are being really loud? Because I don't want to be sitting here talking about it a bunch if y'all can't even hear it, because then that's just gonna be annoying. But we have, type it again. I gotta check that out. It was from a little while ago, but there's like a brief series of shorts I did for underrated villagers that are underrated in my opinion. So update it. Apple. Peaches. Vladimir is a maybe. I'm not sure. We'll see. So he's a maybe. You can't even hear them? Okay, cool. I can hear them. It's just been really, really annoying. Peanut, and then, did I put Fuchsia? No, I did not. Okay. By the way, welcome to the stream, MS. I really wish I could say something, but I obviously can't. Those people are just trying to do their jobs and get the construction done. So, like, I'm not gonna go and like harass them or something, but I'm not gonna lie, it is very annoying. I need, let's see, how many votes is this? 1, 2. Okay, we need 5 more ideas. I mean, maybe like a 6th just in case I don't go with Vladimir. But ideally, I feel like they've got to be like some shade of pink. Ooh, Chrissy would be good. Chrissy. That'd be good. Chrissy, wake up. I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up. Sorry, I had to. Why didn't I put on the outfit that I grabbed so that way I'd be not looking like this anymore? Ooh, wait, Pinky. Wait, I know I've heard that name, but I'm kind of spacing on what that villager looks like. Gosh, hearing them do that while I'm streaming is starting to really irritate me. Pinky, AC, and H. Oh, she'd be cute. She'd be cute. Okay, so we'll add Pinky. Maybe I should literally just Google like a list of pink villagers, because despite the fact that I've played so much, I feel like I always space out when I'm trying to think of specific villagers. Cookie! I didn't even think about Cookie. Puddles would be a good one too. Okay, I'm gonna scratch out Vladimir. We're not doing Vladimir. Puddles is gonna take Vladimir's place. On a super unrelated note, wait, I'm walking home with a package now. It's literally taller than me. I would help you if I could, given I have stick arms. Like, it's Borderline kind of embarrassing. But look, like, I would not be able to help me much, but I would at least try. I'd help you drag it. Or we could just like carry it together or something. I don't know. Oh, I didn't consider Diane. Y'all literally, thank you. You're saving me here. Cause I just always forget literally all the villagers, it feels like, every time I need to come up with a list of them. Okay, so I'm gonna update the list. We have Peaches, Apple, Puddles, Peanut, Fuchsia, Chrissy. I had to pause to make sure I spelled Fuchsia right. Pinky and Diana. That's all we've got so far for it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 2 more villagers. I want to be a little pickier about the last 2. I should also probably make sure that Peaches from Animal Crossing is the villager I'm thinking of. Could you imagine, I'm like, yeah, we'll do Peaches. And then I'm like completely wrong about what villager it is. I'd be embarrassed. Okay, yeah. Good, good, good. Peaches is a very, 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 very important villager for that theme. I'm pretty sure she's the only pink horse. And if for some reason I'm wrong, please correct me. For each villager list that we make for all the different island theme ideas, I'm also going to be circling whichever villager is like the most important, just because typically they're the first one that I villager hunt for. I love that I was villager hunting, speaking of that, and then I just got really distracted. Y'all are so patient. Thank you. In my defense, I can almost never multitask super well if I'm like really trying to explain something or figure out something, but I'm also playing Animal Crossing. I feel like I cannot do both at once. I just can't. Yes, technically I can, but not very well. Clarify. Oh, I just remembered something. I believe if you're gonna pre-order the new Zelda game that's coming out, Echoes of Wisdom, that, and then Mario Party Jamboree, I believe there's still time to pre-order both of those, and I feel like there was a good amount of you in the community that were interested. So if you haven't pre-ordered already, remember to do so. I'm trying not to buy as many games as I did before in an effort to save money. So if I do buy one of them, which I know I will, 99.9%. I love Zelda and would love to try out the new game, but ultimately I feel like Mario Party is just a little bit more important to me. Later, oh, bye the pretzel. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Ooh, wait, let me look at the poll now. It went down. Ooh, now Chapel Roan is tied with the Labyrinth theme. Ooh. That could be fun. You could do green villagers represent that one live performance where she dressed up as the Statue of Liberty. Could. Because, like, obviously I want to have, like, lots of pink themes because of Pink Pony Club. But it's not necessarily the only things. Maybe the last 2 villagers should be a little bit different. The conversation that I'm hearing from the people next door doing construction, I have no idea what they're saying because it's not English, and it's also really loud. Like, the walls are low-key kind of thin, so on my end it sounds like they're screaming through the wall. Oh, and yeah, please no codes in chat unless we say it otherwise. Please and thank you. Okay. I don't know what I want to do for the last ones. Let me think. I don't know if it was a guinea pig or if it was like a hamster, but I swear I feel like I saw this little video of her once. It was like kissing and cuddling and singing to this little guinea pig and or hamster. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what their differences are. You can roast me about it if you want to. But it was some small animal, pretty much. Oh my goodness, they are so loud. I'm really grateful that it's not transferring over to the stream because that would be like borderline worthy of ending the stream. Waiting on the bus home, so I'll be here in like 30 minutes. No worries, Saturn. Wait, can you hear me right now or no? Either way, welcome in. For right now, while we're discussing and debating the different theme ideas, I'm just doing a little villager hunt because there's apparently an open plot. Additionally, to help me decide, we're going to go through all the themes one by one and make villager lists hypothetically for all of them and go from there and use that to help me decide. I'm just... Hear me out, but I feel like Charlize, the tall green bear villager, could represent that, Megs. Yes, I can hear you today, drained me physically, and it wasn't even a hard shift. Understandable. Sometimes you literally just have days like that. Which frankly, I haven't really addressed it in the stream. I mainly addressed it on Discord, but I was not live yesterday when I was initially meant to be. Yesterday was just not a good day for me. It was not that great, and I was very emotional and just needed some space. So thank you for understanding. I appreciate y'all. And then today's got pushed back to 5 because the morning time just would not have worked out for me today. And maybe Charlize? I don't know. What do you think, Megs? The reason I'm asking you specifically is I feel like you are like very, very into Chapel Roan, like I am. I don't even know what they're doing over there. It sounds like to me like there's either some pipes or like they're dragging a ladder around everywhere. You can't tell me Puddles wouldn't rock out to Red Blind Supernova. She really would. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the final villager though. You technically don't have to have all 10. I just prefer to be honest. I have no idea what I'm gonna do for the last one. No idea. You know what? Maybe I could just choose another horse villager. Even not all of them are pink, but I could. Oh my gosh, and Cherry too. Hey, hello! Welcome to the stream. It's Kira, correct? I'm so sorry. I feel like you've corrected me 1,000,001 times. I'm sorry. Here. I'll punch myself in the face. I'm sorry. That's also never deliberate. I forget lots of things. All right. Make sure this doesn't happen again. Thank you for still watching. But welcome in, how are you? There is no DIY recipe, at least not that I'm aware of. Oh, never mind. I stand corrected. I'm gonna put Cherry with a question mark actually, because I'm not sure about her. You guys know the villager Cleo. She's a pastel purple horse. She honestly looks like the villager Peaches in my opinion, but instead of pink, she's purple. I'm gonna Google acnh horse villagers and see what they have. Yeah, I'm thinking of maybe making the last one be Cleo, but I'm just not sure. I'm doing pretty good. Are you villager hunting? Kind of. So while we're debating about islands, what theme I'm gonna do, what the plan is, so on and so forth, I didn't want to just like stand there doing nothing the whole time in the game. So I just kind of figured while I had the open plot, I may as well do a casual little impromptu villager hunt. So I feel like it'd be pretty boring if it was just my character standing in the middle of the screen the whole time. I don't think that'd be very interesting. Or at least I would view that as uninteresting. Oh, which Cherry? The dog villager. I have the dog villager. You know, I don't want to spend forever on just the Chapel Roan because we have a handful of other themes to be focusing on. So I'm going to go just to the next page for now. Wait. I'm also going to write down the island name ideas if I have them because I do already have one for this. Okay. Julian, actually, I'll go ahead and write too, just in case I switch one of the other villagers. Because this is not necessarily set in stone, it's for the sake of inspiration at the moment. Okay, which option on the poll is in the lead now? Labyrinth theme, okay. That was interesting. The chaperone option popped off and it did really well for a while and it was in the lead. Now Labyrinth is in the lead. So for villager ideas, let me think. Part of me also thinks one of the most appropriate things I think I could do for this island. Actually, pause. Before I can say that, can you just give me a quick yes or no in the chat? Have you or have you not seen the Labyrinth movie? Just because I feel like this, what I'm going to say is not going to make any sense unless you've seen it. Julian is a good idea, though. I have at least one horse on the list. Cleo, I'm kind of so-so about. Julian, I'm kind of so-so about. But Peach is the pink horse is there. You have? Isn't it such a good movie? In fact, I might go and watch it tonight. I think I have. I might have seen it. The plot you said sounds familiar. I feel like I may have like low-key spoiled it some when I tried to describe it, but sometimes I just feel like with some movies or TV shows, it's legitimately kind of hard to describe the plot of it without spoiling anything. You have not? I've seen the movie Pan's Labyrinth. Hello, Classy Cozy Gamer. Welcome to the stream. We're just in time. Actually, we're about to start another list. So for the Great Island Debate type stream, there's like a handful of different theme ideas I've got. And to help me decide by the end of the stream what I'm going to go with, we're coming up with a hypothetical list of villagers for each theme. We just finished doing the one for the chaperone theme, and now we're moving on to Labyrinth. Okay, so asking those of you who have seen Labyrinth, don't you think that would make perfectly logical sense because of all of these characters that were in the Labyrinth, like the literal Labyrinth part of the movie, not just the title. All these characters that the girl comes across, I feel like a lot of them are characters that are deemed like ugly or something, or weird, or outcasts. And part of me feels like because of that, it would make perfectly logical sense to deliberately choose villagers that generally aren't liked. Does that make sense to y'all too? Or do you feel like that would be not a great choice? It's okay if you don't think it's a good idea. I just want to hear y'all's opinions. Very cool movie, very cool theme. I feel like that would be so much fun. I also have this friend, IRL, that loves Labyrinth. And I'm sure she would be thrilled if I went with that one. I can see what you're saying. Okay. That may also still make sense even if you haven't seen it. I just especially wanted to ask if you had seen it because I wanted to see if anybody agreed. Oops, that's not the right button. There we go. So you're obligated to have rasher and chops. In any other scenario, that would be unacceptable to me. But I feel like I would make an exception if I went that route with that specific idea in mind in terms of selecting villagers. I mean, it's clever, but is there a theme that could be good for a fall theme? Oh, you mean for the approaching fall season? I paused for a second because I was trying to figure out if you meant, if you were asking me for an idea or if you wanted me to say which one would be good for fall. If that was what you meant, I feel like Labyrinth and the Coraline Remastered theme would be wonderful for the fall time. They would both be very suitable. So would Witchy Forest Core. Honestly, the bulk of the ideas that I have would be very suitable for the fall. So honestly, it's the perfect timing to get a burst of a burst of creativity and motivation to play. Okay. So, as much as it pains me because I don't normally like those villagers, in my head it makes sense. So, for the literal only time ever, I'm going to be adding probably a substantial amount of villagers that I normally wouldn't add that I don't like. Ooh, okay. I feel like Wart Jr. would be perfect for a Labyrinth Island, and hear me out. I feel like Wart Jr. could represent Ludo in the movie. I really do. I'm gonna put Wart Jr. and then put parentheses Ludo so I can have an idea of which character exactly he represents. Would Bubbles count as a Labyrinth villager? Maybe. I feel like some of these themes are gonna be a bit harder than others to come up with villagers, but it'll be worth it. I'm also gonna look up images right now since I have Google opened for just to help with villager ideas. So, Labyrinth. Movie. Okay. There was also the dog in the movie that's worth remembering. Given it was a fully white dog, and the only, like, I think solid fully white dog in Animal Crossing is literally Daisy. There's other dogs that have white on them too, but like I feel like she's the only one that's like solid white. So even though the dog in the movie I'm pretty sure is a boy, I don't think it would be that deep if I chose Daisy. What do y'all think? I don't think it's a big deal at all in my opinion. So I'm gonna add Daisy. I'll put, she would represent the dog. And it's 4 villagers already, wow. Got lucky, he's literally white. True, but he's also a mummy dog. You do have a good point though. The thing that he has over Daisy is the fact that he's an actual boy villager and she's a girl villager. Dog in the movie, I'm like 99% sure, is a boy. So with Lucky, it might make a bit more sense, but I feel like with visuals, Daisy suits the role a little bit better. What do you guys think? I don't really need to show you a picture of the dog either, but he's basically just a solid white dog with very long and like shaggy type of fur. Next to the part where I put Daisy, parentheses, her dog, I'm gonna put or Lucky, since I'm not really certain. I don't want to spend a million years on that one subject. But you see what I mean? Like, I feel like it could kind of work either way. Like, Kiki represents the Keith, David, cat, and Coraline. The cat in the movie, it was a boy, but Kiki is a girl. Very, very true. So I guess with the gender part, maybe it doesn't matter that much. Oh, and in terms of native fruit for the Labyrinth, I didn't mention it for the Chapel Roan one. That one, I would ideally love to have peaches, if at all possible. Okay, that's kind of it. Okay, so for the Labyrinth one, it would also need to be peaches, just because I couldn't remember what fruit it was, but there's this piece of fruit she eats in one of the scenes, and it's a very important scene. Don't want to spoil it, but I didn't know if it was an apple or a peach, and it is in fact a peach. That's fine, they don't get the gender right. True. I could honestly just probably download some pictures and put them on the screen so y'all can see for yourselves. That might help. Because I really do like getting y'all's input about things. I know I can ultimately make my own choice for what I want to do, but I do really enjoy seeing what y'all think about things. Just give me a second. Okay, hold on. I mean, do you guys need me to put the pictures of Daisy and Lucky as well, or are we good on that? Because right now I just downloaded the picture of the dog in the movie. It might be kind of huge, so fair warning. Oh, never mind, there it is. Okay. Well, I'll leave it there for a second so y'all can see, but the dog on the left, the big white dog, that is who I'm talking about. I guess there's a bit more gray on him than I thought, but whatever. He's like mostly white. It's fine. What's everyone having for dinner? I don't know yet. But I'll probably just make something really like quick and easy. I want to just like lay down after the stream, to be honest. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah, I didn't feel the need to add pictures of the villagers, but that's what the dog looks like. So ultimately, now that you've like seen him, would you still say Lucky or would you say Daisy? Because like, you see what I mean? I'm having such a dilemma with that right now. I don't know. We're having meatloaf. For a long time, I refused to try meatloaf in my life because I just thought it must be so nasty because everybody always talks about how terrible it is. Apparently, it's always treated like it's one of the nastiest foods you could eat. But like, as soon as I actually tried it as an adult, I was like, oh my gosh, like it was like low-key really good. But I will only eat it with ketchup, and if I have a side of mashed potatoes to go with it. I don't... Why is like... Okay, this builder, the reason I don't like him is because why, and tell me why, Nintendo decided to make this little mouse villager look like a whole grown man that works a 9-to-5 and pays taxes. Like, this is not a cute villager. This is a whole taxpayer. And it freaks me out. Megs, I didn't even consider Shep. Technically, there's more than one dog movie, so I have to add another dog villager later too, but like, I didn't even consider Shep. He's a very kind of shaggy looking dog. Kind of like how, I believe his name is Merlin, the dog. Pretty sure his name is Merlin, I think. So, but forgive me if I'm wrong. Merlin is a very shaggy dog too, so now I'm like, well, now we might choose Shep. I don't know. I'm gonna write down just all three of them because I need to be able to move on to adding other villagers, so that'll be kind of like an unknown thing for now. Interesting. So Chaperone, Witchy Forest Core, and Labyrinth are all three tied. And so say Lucky. He looks like he has one eye, so I'd go Lucky. Okay, you know what? I'm ending the poll, and I'm making this its own poll. Because I'm going to lose track of your messages. I guarantee it. So the gender part is not going to matter here. I'm not going to factor that in, kind of like how Shiver was saying. So we're mainly just talking about visuals. All right. I'll leave this poll up for a little while and leave that picture up for just a little bit longer, so that way for anybody that needs to see, that picture will be there for reference. I think he technically has both eyes, but his fur are just so like long and shaggy that it's like covering them. That's why, if anything, I feel like if you let your dog's fur be that long, you should probably consider trying to trim at least a little bit around their eyes so they can see. At least that's what we did with Willis. We'll like trim her eye fur so she can see good. Because sometimes these very specific hairs, like right above her eyes, will form into little curls and then dangle over her eyes, and she can't see. And it's already bad enough just because she's at an age where naturally her eyesight's starting to degrade. And so that with having hair in front of her eyes is not a good combo. Wait, oh, it's that builder. Okay. I could only take a little bit of her, and I was like, who is that? Trying to think. While we're voting on that, I wonder what other villagers I could add for it. Okay, I'm just thinking about something. So the dog on the right, we're not doing the poll about him right now, but I'm trying to consider the dog on the right too because he's an important character. Just looking at him alone, I believe the villager I'm thinking of is named Fret, I think. Fret, ECNH. Okay, cool. I am so glad that I wasn't wrong because I would have been really embarrassed. Honestly, they're not even a dog villager, so I don't feel like it would count. But the villager cat, like with a K, I feel like she looks scrunkly enough that she would suit that dog villager. But I feel like I can't because that's a cat and the character is a dog. That technically wouldn't work, but the dog on the right just looks like scrunkly, and I feel like cat would be good for that. I have Fret, he's a yellow dog. Yeah, I've got to choose a dog and not a cat, but I do feel like cat would be good for the island regardless. So I think I'm just going to keep her on the list. I feel like a lot of the characters in Labyrinth are like low-key kind of scrunkly. Ooh, okay, so I'm trying to remember the name of this big character. What was his name? I need to know so I can find the exact match for who it is. Okay, gonna end the poll in like a minute or two. So if you haven't voted already and you would like to, this would be a really, really, really good time to do so. I am so embarrassed. I was literally talking about Ludo earlier. I specifically said that I was going to have Wart Jr. be Ludo, and I was completely thinking of the wrong villager, so embarrassing. I know you're probably like, well, why would you make this theme if you feel like you don't remember that many of the details that well? I watched this movie a good amount when I was a kid. Didn't for a long time and started rewatching it a couple of times here and there as of recently, so I don't have all of it very solid, so I'm going to scratch that out. Wart Jr. is not Ludo. That's a different villager. But I need to pick a villager to be Ludo. And I normally wouldn't pick a gorilla villager, but I feel like a gorilla villager would best represent Ludo. And you'll see why. I'll show you that picture of Ludo in a second so you can see. Okay, not that specific one because I don't feel like converting the file type right now. No, thank you. I'm good. Okay, is that... Why are all of these the wrong file type? That's getting really annoying. Like, why? Stop it. Why are all of you the wrong file type? Stop. Right now. Stop it. Stop being the wrong file type. Please. Please. Okay. I think I got a picture. Thank you for being so patient. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and hide that image just because there is a different one that I want to show you guys so you can see what Ludo actually looks like since I got it wrong. Add source. Almost done. Yet again, this picture might end up being kind of huge. I apologize if it is. Never mind, it's not wanting to show up. I'm searching for the file and it's like nowhere to be seen. Literally, wow, okay. Well, the main thing you need to know about Ludo... Oh, I just unmuted myself and that scared me. Or unmuted the stream. But Ludo is basically like this very, very, very large creature, kind of. And he's rescued by Sarah. Sarah's like the main character. So I feel like since I got the names mixed up when you think about it, Wart Jr. is a very small villager and would not suit Ludo because of that. But I feel like since Ludo is like kind of this like burnt orange, like rusty kind of color, I feel like as long as I can select a gorilla villager that has a similar color, that'd be great. And also, ideally, it doesn't have to be necessarily, but ideally I would prefer for the gorilla villager in question to be a boy, but it's not too big of a deal if it's not. Here. Gorillas, A, C, and H. By the way, please be sure to like the live stream if you have not already. Liking the stream is completely free, and I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, which gorilla is this? Because he's like the perfect color for it. Trying to get his name. Okay, so his name is Boyd. I almost chose Louis, but just color-wise, I feel like Boyd is a bit more similar than the other villager. So I'm gonna put down Boyd, and he will be Ludo instead of Wart Jr. because that makes more sense. And then Wart Jr. will be Hoggle. The reason I'm writing this all down in between is just because I feel like we're coming up with a lot of really great ideas, and I'm kind of worried that I'll lose some of those if I don't write them down. Oh, I also need to choose at least one bear cub villager, just one, because of all the different items that she owns and collects, a particular item she has, I believe, is named Lancelot, and it's like this cute little teddy bear. So I'm trying to think of which villager would best represent Lancelot. That one you guys might actually hear. The construction people are now using some kind of drill and or saw. Let me know as an update if you could hear that just now, please. The wall that's directly in front of me on the outside opposite side of that wall, that's where they are. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they've heard me talking at some point. Could you imagine being a construction worker and then you just randomly hear some streamer talking about a gorilla villager and you're like, what? The teddy bear, Stitches. Stitches is too colorful to be Lancelot. Lancelot's like a mustardy, yellowish kind of color, I think. Either like yellowy or brown. Come on. Labyrinth movie. Lancelot. Okay, so yeah, I was right. Lancelot's like a mustard, yellowy, kind of light brownish villager. Oh, wait, is Graham up? I thought Graham was a hamster. Hold on. I'm gonna type in Graham, acnh. That's what I thought. But at the same time, even though he's a hamster, honestly, Graham could easily pull off being Lancelot because the color is pretty on point, even though he's not the same kind of animal. I'm gonna type in bear cubs acnh just so I can just look at all of them. Okay, so this villager, you know the villager Pudge? He's like considered like the off-brand Stitches or the knockoff Stitches. He's too orangey to be Lancelot, but just in terms of bear cubs, he's the closest. Oh, and by the way, I do also want to add, Akira, Stitches is a wonderful villager in general and a good teddy bear villager. The only reason I'm being picky about it is just because I would ideally like to have them like visually be the same. But if that wasn't relevant, immediately I'd probably just go and pick Stitches. Yes, but he's yellow. True. I feel like Graham has potential for it. Part of me is also realizing how much time has passed and we're only on the second theme idea. So I gotta go a little faster now. So we have Rasher, Chops, Wart Jr. Oh wait, I forgot to end the poll. Oops. Haha. Hehe, I love that. Okay. Shep has won the poll. I'm honestly kind of shocked because Daisy didn't even get any votes. Interesting. Okay. So, gonna scratch out Daisy. Gonna scratch out Lucky. And then we'll circle Shep. So far for Labyrinth, I'll type it in chat. Oh yeah, of course I can. Hold on. And yeah, you're good, Megs. Please go eat. Hold on 1 second. Oh yeah, you're good, Shiver. I understand. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. You're good. Okay. So we need 4 more villagers for the Labyrinth theme. And I already again know that peaches will ideally be the native fruit. If for some reason I struggle that badly to get said peaches, I could settle for apples, but I'd really rather not. I would honestly just prefer to have the peaches. Okay. 4 more villagers. I'm trying to think of any that are like kind of scrunkly looking in some way. Such a silly word that's not even real, but it's like the best one that I can use to apply. Because I feel like if you just look at the characters, Oh, man. Wait, okay. I need to double check on their name, but there's one character I haven't even like picked to have represented. Let me see. Okay, so I need to pick. I need to pick a villager to play the worm. I already have one for Hoggle and Ludo. I need to pick one to represent the worm. I need to pick one to represent the guards. I need to pick one to represent the Goblin King himself. And then one to represent the Junk Lady, maybe? I mean, there's lots of characters in general, but not all of them could have one represented. So, which one could be the worm? That one's probably going to be the most challenging. Because the worm, it literally is a worm. And we have no worm villagers. So we're probably just going to have to find a small villager in general. And we'll just have them pretend that they're a worm. You got this game 6 days ago and you don't really know how to play? Hello, welcome to the stream. How are you? I hope you're doing good. We can definitely help you out as best we can if you have any questions. Totally up to you, but there are a couple of Animal Crossing channels in the server. Threads are able to be used with the main Animal Crossing channel to talk about more specific things. And if you need any help there, I'm sure somebody could help you there. Or you could just ask in chat. Either way, welcome in. Right now, we're trying to come up with villager ideas for a bunch of different island themes that I have to help me settle on one. Let's see. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna pull up a picture of the worm villager, not the worm villager, the worm character. And then you tell the villager Cody, I don't know if you know him, Cody with a K. He's a blue bear cub. I feel like he's honestly the best shot at getting a good worm villager. Gosh, that just sounds so weird. Labyrinth movie, and then worm. Okay, this character, if you've never seen them before, I don't think anything could prepare you for what the worm looks like. It's nothing like super bad or inappropriate thing, I promise. But it's just so unserious to me. Okay. Save. Thank you so much for being so patient today. I appreciate y'all so much. I thought Bubbles would be a good worm. Isn't Bubbles a hippo, though? Okay, I keep trying to download these pictures so I can show you guys, and then they're not even popping up on my computer like they're supposed to. Like, genuinely, this is getting really frustrating. What is with it? Oh, I see why it's not working. Okay. So I just looked at the download history thing on my computer, and despite the fact that it told me they were a different type of file, it was not the correct kind still because it lied. So now I'm trying to find a different image again. Part who knows what of how many times I keep trying to get this shown. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. Increase the image size, please. Hello. Okay, there we go. It's not the best quality image, and I apologize for that. It really was not cooperating with me whenever I was trying to select a picture. But that's what the worm looks like. Yeah, Bubbles is a hippo villager. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is she a Peppy? I think she is. That sounds about right. I would say she's probably a Peppy or a normal. There's no way she's a sisterly, though, because I feel like she's way too friendly to be a sisterly. Or a snooty. Given a lot of villagers are generally friendly because they watered down the dialogue so much this time around, if we're being real, but I feel like Bubbles in particular is very friendly. Personally, I feel like the villager Cody would be a good choice for that villager, especially if I got him to wear a red shirt of some kind to match the red scarf that the worm is wearing. I'm gonna put Cody, the worm. Okay. I need to pick one to be the Goblin King. That one's, I feel like, gonna be hard. I want to make sure that I do it justice, you know? Oh, also, I'm not bald. My hair is in a lower ponytail. Just in case I looked bald. Is get a good villager. Right now, we're just like doing a background impromptu villager hunt while we're coming up with them. And I feel like I haven't even been paying full attention like I should have. Oh, there's Hugh. You know, he color-wise is good for the worm too, but he's too big to play the worm. Oh, by the way, I don't know if that's a capital I or if that's an L, but either way, is it CLH or CIH animations? Either way, do you have a favorite villager yet? And if so, which one is it? It's okay if you don't. Have I gotten barreled yet? I don't think I've seen barreled yet today, but I have seen him before. An unpopular opinion, but I think he's a cute villager. Wait, okay. He's not the right color for it, but just hear me out, please. Hear me out. I feel like Julian would be a really good Goblin King, not because of his colors, but because I feel like he just has like this magic vibe, and I don't know, I feel like David Bowie would like Julian. I don't know. Do they mind not making so many toot toot sounds with the tools? Because it's starting to drive me up the wall. My favorite is Sasha because I feel bad that he keeps getting misgendered. I remember that was a whole ordeal for a while because so Sasha is in fact a boy. Just for some reason, if anybody here didn't know, Sasha is a boy. But he was designed in a way that almost like looks a little bit more like a feminine villager. And I feel like that's where people got confused. But yeah, Sasha is most definitely a boy. And if Sasha were a real animal, I would feel very bad for him. Actually, no, I already do feel bad. Scratch what I just said. I already do feel bad. That's the kind of person I am, is I get sad about fictional characters all the time. Goodness gracious. Which one am I gonna choose? Oops. I just tapped the mic with my pen. I'm sorry if that was loud. Just because I need to write something down instead of taking forever to go through all these themes. I need to go a lot faster because I'm not going as fast as I need to be. So just for now, I'm gonna go ahead and write it down because I can technically always go and adjust these lists later if I come up with other ideas, but I need to have at least something. So Julian, for round, will be the Goblin King. 2 more villagers. Mine is Fauna. I literally got myself a Fauna plushie when I was at Disney in the Japan store at the World Showcase. I don't have a Portia one, but I wish I had a Portia one. But I feel like Portia plushies just like don't exist anywhere because she's not popular enough. Rip. Or I guess technically a full island is only 8 villagers. I do prefer to have 10, but it's considered full in Animal Crossing if you only have 8. So maybe I should just move on and finish that one later because I have multiple themes to be doing this for. So I'm gonna, as fast as I can, type out the list of villagers that we have so far for the Labyrinth theme. And I'm also gonna hide this image so it's not on y'all's screen anymore. Sorry for subjecting you to it for so long. All right, just give me a second. So Thrasher, Pops, Mort Jr., Shep, Cat, Boyd, Cody. Oops, I forgot to put a space between those two. Okay. After Cody, and then Julian. Again, a lot of these aren't necessarily set in stone, so I could always just, I don't know, what else tickets do you have? I have a lot. I have a really bad habit, and I have for years, a really bad habit of using large amounts of tickets from Treasure Islands. Like, I go there deliberately to get them. But if you haven't really played much before, I think you said you got your game the other day, I would not recommend doing that right away. I would honestly recommend taking it slower and really enjoying the gameplay. You can get a good feel for it. Like, I feel like until you've played for a while, at least in my opinion, it's probably not a good idea to do this. I feel like that will just, like, sour the gaming experience right away. Does that make sense? While this is loading, I'm gonna get the next page started up. Okay. We also already have a page for the Witchy Forest Core one, so I don't need to work on that because we did the other day. So let's see. Because on my original list, here, let me go find the poll from earlier, because I'm pretty sure the poll results will probably still be in chat. Okay, so we already have one for Witchy Forest Core, we have one for Labyrinth, we have one for Chapel Roan. I need to work on the ones for Coraline Remastered and then Supernatural. I'm not going to pick the villagers for the community RPG challenge, actually, just because that one, since it's more of a community challenge based thing, I'm probably not going to be as focused on villagers just because there's other parts of the challenge I need to be more focused on to make sure I'm following the rules. So that's kind of on the back burner. So for the remainder, oh, that was loud. I'm sorry. I need to do the Coraline list and the Supernatural list. I'm probably going to be the pickiest about the Supernatural one because I love that show. And I feel like because I know it so well, it's going to take me even longer to pick villagers. I want it to be like as good as possible. Just as like a brief summary, if you've never seen Supernatural, long story short, it's based about these two brothers and they work together in a quote unquote family business that their past family members have had, in which they battle various different supernatural creatures and monsters in an effort to keep people safe as best they can, since they're some of the only people that know how to defeat those things. And basically the whole show, just their journey about going on all kinds of quests and tasks and so on and so forth to go and defeat these things. That's the best way that I could put it without totally spoiling a bunch of stuff. Okay, so for Supernatural, I'm gonna say cherries for the native fruit, just because the character Dean, one of the big main characters, loves pie, and I feel like he generally seems to like things like really any kind of pie, but for some reason I could see cherry pie being a good one, so I'm gonna say cherries. Plus I feel like I don't have cherries that often anymore for islands, so why not pick cherries? One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I made all the little dash marks to write the villagers next to. Immediately, I'm going to say Rodeo. Rodeo would be a good villager because he could easily represent Crowley. 100%. Not the person that we see in chat sometimes. I mean Crowley from Supernatural, just so nobody thinks that I'm being mean. So, Rodeo, good villager. Else. I feel like Felicity, even though she's like a very sweet villager, if we're just basing it off of looks, I feel like she could be Rowena. The character Rowena has very long, flowy, like luscious red hair, and it's not super long, but Felicity also has red hair. And I feel like Felicity could maybe be Rowena? Doing one of the question marks so I can go back to that one later and rethink it. For now, we have Rodeo for Crowley and Felicity for Rowena. I kind of want to go back on my actual island now and kind of halt the villager hunting for a bit, just because I feel like I've been in the airport a lot. But we need 8 more villagers. Or yes, technically only 6 more because you don't have to have all 10. Does anybody happen to know if in Animal Crossing, does anybody know in in Animal Crossing, if whenever you make your dream dress and you save, can you save it where Wisp is on your island? Or like, will Wisp disappear if you try to save while he's there? By the way, please be sure to like the live stream if you have not already. Liking the stream is 100% free. It's a super easy way to support me. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. I was also thinking, if I did the supernatural idea, Sam, Dean, and Castiel, I feel like I would honestly probably just make into actual people characters. Just because I really don't think that any of the villagers would suit them sufficiently. So I'm going to put down that Sam, Dean, and Castiel would all just be people. Okay, so they would all be people villagers. I don't know why I went in the museum, but I did, I guess. I'm also gonna write down that Wisp. What was that? Oh. Wisp, ideally to be on the island or a dream dress. Shino would probably be a good villager for the supernatural island. I don't fully remember what she is, but I feel like, excuse me. I remember learning a long time ago from Shiver that Shino was a very specific type of, I think, some kind of animal or creature, like a mythical creature maybe. I believe from Japan, I think. I could honestly be remembering completely wrong. I just remember Shiver telling me something about what Shino is. I'm also going to zoom in on these fishies while we're discussing. There. And now we can look at a little Animal Crossing aquarium. Perfect. Perfect thing for the background. So, Wisp and then Sam and Castiel all gonna be people. We only have Rodeo, Felicity, and Shino down. Lucky? I'm gonna put down Lucky because I feel like Lucky gives off the vibe that he could be a supernatural character. So we'll say Lucky. And then who else? Who else would be good? I really don't know. I'm gonna Google what Shino is supposed to be because I can't remember what it is exactly, but I know it's something. Shino's based off of, it says, Anya masks that are used in Japanese theater to represent a jealous female demon. Okay, so I guess I completely remembered wrong, but I knew it was something. So, Shino definitely needs to be part of the island. Kira, that's a beautiful idea. You should totally do that. 100% I support you on that. I would literally, Kira, I'm gonna look you in the eye when I say this, and if you don't like eye contact, then you can look away. I love that idea so much that I would be thrilled to tour that island for a video if you made that. So just keep that in mind. Sorry, my reaction was not because of what I said. It was because the loud noise outside and it startled me. It really scared me. I'm sorry. But we only have Rodeo, Felicity, Shino, Lucky. Gosh, who else? I feel like the game just is not producing sound anymore. I think it's because I was zoomed in on that one section for so long. You know I mean business, by the way, if I say that, because I haven't posted just a straight video of just touring a single island in a substantial amount of time. And then what was the other one that I just feel like I'm still missing one that I need to make a list of villagers for? Where is it? Where is it? I just noticed something, by the way, when I scrolled up earlier in chat to find the message I'm talking about, and there was a message that popped up of one of the bots giving the link to my merch store, but I didn't see anybody use the command, and it's supposed to be a command thing, like not just a timer. So I don't know where that came from, but that was kind of weird. Ooh, okay, very, 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 very specific reference, but I'm gonna add Pietro to the list. Well, actually, it's not gonna spoil much if I tell you guys. It's really not. One of the main characters has a very, 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 very big fear of clowns. And I feel like because of that, I should add it. I think just because, I'm gonna add Kiki. Coco, I feel like gives off a cuter and like softer villager kind of vibe, but I also feel like Coco would have the potential because of how like low-key kind of scary her eyes are. It's just black holes. Just if anybody was wondering, by the way, here's the current island map. I'm gonna put Coco with a question mark for that page. I think the last list that we've got to work on will probably be the fastest and easiest. I think I'm probably going to use a lot of the same villagers as before for the Coraline remastered idea, but maybe with a couple of differences. It doesn't really, when you think of the aesthetics of the two main characters, Sam and Dean, I feel like the villager Ione does not match that whatsoever. However, in terms of all the different supernatural things and creatures that they are up against in this show, not all of them are necessarily like super dark and scary. Some of them on the outside, especially when you first meet them, maybe seem kind of more lighthearted. And I feel like because of that, I should consider adding Ione. Represent the ones that don't look as scary. Plus, she's super cool. She's like glow in the dark. Okay, so for the supernatural one, I'm gonna give y'all an updated list in chat because I know you guys wanted the chat messages as well. So Rodeo, Felicity, Shino, Lucky, Pietro. Oops, put a period instead of a comma. Kiki. Coco is a maybe. And Ione. That's the supernatural list for so far. Oops, you can't even see that much. I'm literally behind a tree. I'm so sorry. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. We have technically the main 8 villagers for the supernatural theme. I could technically stop now, but I kind of want to finish. You know what would be really cool? So you know how in Animal Crossing there's only like 3 octopus villagers? What if for the next game, they added more octopus villagers and we had like a fluorescent blue one? Like think the color that Hopkins is, but on an octopus villager. That would be really cool. And the reason that I mention it is because it's not, obviously an octopus is not a squid. However, in terms of the Coraline remastered villager list, if we simply had a light blue octopus villager, they could easily represent the squid. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Coraline has like a little light blue squid plushie that she sleeps with. We have Bracolo, Shino, and Marina. Marina's a good villager. In fact, of all three octopus villagers, I'd say she's my favorite. Taking an impromptu group stretching break, because why not? I just realized this part of my hair here that's like was kind of like swooped down just a little bit. Looks so shiny. I need to wash my hair. Pretend that you didn't see my hair grease if you saw it. Oh, and by the way, sale admissions, you can do the group exercises like this, by the way, if you didn't know already. I'm just almost never on time with them because sometimes I don't pay attention enough. And then I'm just out of sync with them. But you know what? It's fine. I'm doing my best and that's what counts. That would be really cool. I think so too. You know what else I was kind of thinking about? So for reference, if you haven't played any of the older games and you've only had any degree of experience with New Horizons, something important to think about is, so City Folk in particular, City Folk and New Leaf actually did this. So you'd go to somewhere called Shampoodles, you go in there and a villager named Harriet would go and do your hair for you. We still see her in New Horizons. Oops, I'm not doing this in sync. We still see her in New Horizons, but not anywhere in like the same way. Shampoodles used to be its own entirely separate salon that you'd go out of your way to go to if you wanted to change your hair or put makeup on, which in City Folk was literally just a me. And we still have Harriet, but all she does is very specific haircuts now on Harvey's Island. And I feel like they just kind of like took away most of her character's purpose because of that. So in my opinion, I feel like a cool idea for the next game would just be to bring back Harriet's shop. Like bring back her entire store. Please and thank you. Let me see. I don't have any kind of rhyme or reason behind it, but for some reason, I feel like the villager poncho would be good for the island, so why not? I'll add poncho. And we have one more on this list that I should add, and then we can move on to the final list of the night. And then I'm just kind of like gotta briefly review them and see if I can actually come up with a choice. That I'm saying it like that because I literally stated at the beginning of the stream too that I wasn't even sure if I was gonna end up coming to an actual decision by the end of the stream, so that's why I had Joel vote on that. I thought that was funny. Imperial return would be nice. I also think it would be nice to have 15 villagers maximum. I think so too. You know how with New Horizons, it's like, hey, you can have what's technically a full island with 8, but you can also add 2 more if you want to. I feel like, what if instead of that, we had it where you had to have at least 10 villagers as the minimum, but there was room on your town or island, depending on what we have, room on your town or island for 5 more if you wanted them, but you wouldn't have to. Yeah, no, that's something that bothers me. I feel like with New Horizons, they completely obliterated the whole purpose of having Harriet there. Like, she exists so we can go to her shop, not to go to some island and get one of like a handful of different haircuts. By the way, this is not me ending stream. I'm just putting on a little dancey dance screen because I need to hurry. I forgot to put the flower one on there. Okay. So no, I'm not ending. I just need to have that there for a sec. Poncho, and they need one more villager really fast. Who else would be good here? I don't know. I'm having a really hard time with it. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna move on from that then because it's technically a full list and I need to do other things too and not just that. So, Coraline Remastered. If you weren't here whenever I originally made the Coraline Island, instead of picking a villager to be Coraline, I just made Coraline into my own character. I also made the Beldam into a person. I made Mr. Bobinski and I made YB. So, Coraline, oh, all 4 of them will just be people. Coraline, Bobinski, Beldam, and Wybie are all just gonna be people. And then for the villagers, I don't know. So I'm gonna maybe change some of them. I just bit my tongue while I was talking. In no particular order. Pretty positive I had Portia on that island. I know I had Filbert. I know I had Marina. I think what I'm gonna do is just, first of all, I need to recall what villagers I had in the first place. And then I'm gonna put little dashes next to their names. And if there's gonna be any changes, I'll put the changed villager to the right of the little mark. And then for any of them that don't get a changed villager, they're just gonna remain the same. So Portia, Filbert, Marina, Kiki for sure. Who else did I include? Oh, I know I had Dora the Mouse. She represented the mice in the movie. Pretty sure I had Pietro. So, Portia, Filbert, Marina, Kiki, Dora, Pietro. There's 4 I'm missing. Which villagers am I missing? That's really gonna bother me until I remember off the top of my head which villagers I chose last time. There's literally an entire video up on my channel just for discussing which villagers I chose for that island, because at the time that was such a big deal having that island theme. Sorry, I was checking something really quick on Streamlabs. I think Nana might have been one of the villagers, maybe? Maybe? I'm just gonna put a question mark next to hers because I'm not sure if I did include her or not. So she's gonna be written down. Okay, I'll update it in the chat. I just realized for the other 2 messages where I updated you about the villager ideas as like a thing to actually read and not just hear, forgot to put the titles on there. So the one that starts with Rasher, that was for the Labyrinth theme. The one below it is for the Supernatural theme. And then earlier I discussed, let me see, where is it? And the ones earlier in the stream that started with me talking about like peaches or apple, that was for the Chapel Roan theme. Which other villagers did I have for this island? I am struggling so much to remember. In my defense, it's 2024 now and this was 2021. No, you're good, Megs. Welcome back. So just to kind of catch you up to speed a little bit, message that starts with rodeo. That one is the list of possible villagers for a potential supernatural themed island. The one above that is for the labyrinth theme. Again, but these are all ideas. I might end up even changing some of these later. Realistically, a good amount will be kept though. And then I believe you were here earlier for the Chapel Roan list. I'm trying to remember all the villagers that I used for the Coraline Island, and it's starting to just aggravate me a little bit because I feel like I really can't remember. Oh my gosh. Hello, Razor Crossing. Welcome to the stream. I am getting so close to going back and like briefly rewatching my own videos so I can see. And looking back, I am very grateful that I did that because it would otherwise be a pain to do that right now. Or wait, you know what I could do instead? Because that'd be kind of annoying trying to go and watch it right now. I can easily look up my island through the dream address thing. The Coraline idea is not like super original, by the way. Uncommon, yes, but I'm not the only person that's done it. So I do have to sift through a smallish amount of islands whenever I search it up just because, again, I'm not the only one that's done it. I've been so busy, I can barely remember what happened last week. That's a whole mood right there. That's a big mood. It really is. Okay. I was about to see if I had the gifted memberships thing. I was trying to see if it had renewed or like refreshed itself, but it hasn't. I'm impressed that I remembered a good portion of them. I just can't remember them all. I feel like I maybe had Mitzi on the island, but I'm not sure. Here we go. I don't know if it matters or not if I capitalize the first letter, but hopefully it doesn't, because I'm pretty sure for the island itself, I capitalized it. Yep, there we go. Oh, Muffy! Of course! Okay, so this one is mine. So let me just write down all of them. I got a good portion of them, though. I was wrong about Nana, though. I thought for some reason she might have been part of it. I need to add Daisy and Coco and Lucky. Okay. Daisy, Coco, and Lucky. Maybe while we're talking about this, I could just go there and have the island up there again. The only thing is you cannot make fun of the Coraline garden, because at the time being, I had no idea how I wanted to go about recreating that garden. I'm gonna go ahead and put check marks, I think, next to every villager that I'm for sure gonna continue to have if I were to go and recreate that. Kiki, obviously, immediately, because she represents the black cat. Dora also needs to stay there because she's one of the mice and just represents them. Muffy I will probably also keep because to me, she just gives other mother vibes. I feel like at the time whenever I made this island, this section right here didn't make any sense. And it's a very, very, very specific recreation of like one still frame in the movie. I didn't know what else to put towards the front, so this was what I ended up doing. So, for any other ones, I'm gonna keep. I will probably go ahead and keep Filbert and Marina, because I believe last time I chose both of them to represent some of Coraline's toys. There's a few main toys that we see in the movie, but there's just generally a lot. The ones that don't have check marks are Portia, Pietro, Daisy, Coco, and Lucky. Now, in the video that I made about the previous Coraline villagers for the original island, which I'm at right now, I gave specific reasons for what each villager was going to represent or the vibe they're meant to give off for it. Hello, Saturn. Welcome in. Oh, I love how as soon as you come in, my stream went all pixely for a moment. I'm working on the list of hypothetical villagers for the Coraline Remastered Island if I go with that theme. I don't remember why I added Portia to the Coraline Island, because I feel like she doesn't technically represent very much. I think I low-key might have just convinced myself to add her because I feel like since I like her so much, I can find a way to justify putting her on any island. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse you. No, you didn't curse us. You graced us with your presence. Your vibe was so amazing that whenever you joined, it messed with the connection for a moment. So thank you for blessing us with your energy. I know there's definitely some parts of this I could have done better at the time. But for a 2021 island, before certain particular updates, with the knowledge that I had of how to recreate things, I feel like I did pretty good. I even went as far as to add these random cardboard boxes outside of the Pink Palace because they were moving. Are you doing that Coraline vibe for the villagers, or are you trying to match them to the characters? A little bit of both, kind of. Whenever I do a specific theme where it's like, I need it to really be based off of specific characters or creatures, so on and so forth. I try to have a decent mix of like some builders represent specific characters if I can tie them together and justify that representation. And then if I can't justify that, I just generally will try to pick builders that I feel like give off the vibe of that movie or show, in my opinion, or whatever the thing is. Caroline scared the heck out of me as a kid. I've never been so scared watching a movie before. I feel like you would have been scared of me as a child then, because when I was really little, I would watch Coraline on loop in my aunt's garage on a box TV in complete darkness, just with a bowl of popcorn by myself. Like, I'd sit there, eat the popcorn, all the lights off, and just continually watch the movie looped. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, I did have Coco on this island. This is a dream address. But, where's she? Oh yeah, she's down here. On my screen, it's like slightly cut off to make sure that the measurements are right on Streamlabs. I know it. I was so happy with my list of villagers at the time that I don't even know if I would change any of them. I like what I chose. Oh, also Saturn and Sabretooth. I don't feel like you guys heard the lists for the like other hypothetical villagers. So do you want to hear them? Because I can go back and start from the beginning if you want me to, and I can just kind of read through all of them if you'd like for me to. Oh, I just realized something I didn't consider for the supernatural one. I don't know what I would name the island. Actually, no, I do know what I would name the island, but I don't know if I have the character space for it. I was also scared again as a kid. I do better with scary movies now. I play scary games with jump scares now too. I really hope that did not come off the wrong way. I am so sorry if it did. I just meant that I was one of those kids that did really, really obscure things like that quite a lot. I may have to look some up, but yes, okay. So starting with the Chapel Roan Island, we are gonna have Peaches because she's literally the only pink horse. Apple, because as a community, we've had this joke for a couple years that Apple is a lesbian queen. So Peaches, Apple, Puddles, Peanut, Fuchsia, Chrissy, Pinky, Diana, Charlize, and Charlize and Sherry are kind of a maybe. Can't see the details on the screen. Wait, the details of what? I'm confused. Oh no, you're fine. I mean, it's just rated PG. It's literally meant for kids. I was just a chicken. I just wanted to make sure that that did not come off as like me trying to be like a show off or something, because I was not trying to do that. In my opinion, Cherry should 100% be in there. I feel like she should be too. If you want me to go back to any of them, let me know, because I know I can kind of read fast sometimes or talk really fast. For the labyrinth theme idea, we're going to have, and hear me out, I know some of these builders aren't liked as much, but it's because they're scrunkly to me, and a lot of the characters in Labyrinth are also very scrunkly. So we have Rasher, Chops, Wart Jr. Wart Jr. is going to represent Hoggle. Shep is going to represent Merlin. Cat I just chose because I think she's scrunkly in my opinion. Boyd the gorilla will be Ludo. Cody is going to represent the worm. Julian will be the Goblin King, possibly. And then we don't have any other villager ideas. The message is a follow-up for the message about Lexi, not me, but oh, wait. I have not touched acnh in a millennia, but I haven't been able to play Switch games for a long time since I don't have glass anymore. I can't see the details on the screen. Oh, I thought you meant like, for me, like with my stream, I was like, oh, like, do I need to fix something? I was really worried for a second. The message may not be, wait, he may not beat the Goblin King. I didn't know how I was supposed to read it first. I thought maybe there might have been a typo. I got myself confused. Ignore me. Julian was the only one I could really think of to be the Goblin King, but I am very open to other suggestions for who else could represent the Goblin King. I just needed to write something down so I could work on other categories too. But again, if anyone you want me to reread one of the pages because I go kind of fast, let me know. Yeah, I lost my glasses a while ago and I can't afford to get new ones. I am so sorry. I hope that doesn't affect work too much or anything, because I imagine that would really suck. I'm so sorry. I hope you're able to eventually go and get a new pair. For the supernatural possible villagers, I also specifically wrote down that, let's say that I did this theme, Sam, Dean, and Castiel would all just be people. Like, I would make them their own characters on the island, so they'd be people. But for villagers, I put Rodeo to represent Crowley, Felicity to be Rowena because of the red hair, Chino, Lucky, Pietro, because Sam is afraid of clowns, Kiki, Coco, Ione, and Poncho. I don't know why I put Poncho, but I just was feeling Poncho vibes. You could also make characters for the main people. And that's kind of what I did with the Coraline Island. Like, Coraline herself was just me, and then I made Beldam, Bobinski, and YB. Oh, I also put Ione on the supernatural list because it's important to remember that not all the creatures in terms of visuals are like super scary and dark looking. Some of them look more lighthearted and sparkly and innocent, and that's why I chose Ione. Well, she is kind of magical, low-key, because of sparkling. And then for the Coraline Remastered Island, I originally thought whenever I was starting to write down that page that I was going to come up with different ideas. But looking back at what I had, I feel like I made very solid choices, at least in my opinion. It kind of does, but I've been managing fine. I'm sorry though. Like I feel bad. I'm so sorry. I hope you're eventually able to get a nice affordable pair. Out of context, it sounds like I'm talking about the fruit. Hope you get a nice pair. I gotta go, but have a fun stream. Bye, Sabretooth. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. But for the Coraline Remastered list, it's just the same as the other item, but I will read it anyways. Portia, I don't remember why I originally chose her, but Portia. Filbert and Marina, I believe both represented some of Coraline's toys. Kiki being the cat, Dora being some of the mice, Pietro for further vibes, but Mr. Bobinski kind of being a clown, circus kind of guy. Muffy gave me other mother vibes. Daisy, don't remember why I chose her. Coco and Lucky, I also don't remember why I chose them, but I put them there. I always forget that you can go around and explore in the museum. Oh, were there any other villager lists or anything that I missed or that I maybe went too fast on that you guys would like for me to type into the chat or go over again? Let me know. Did you want for that creepy squid toy that Coraline had? I didn't actually. I just put general villagers to represent the toys, and I did that because we don't have any squid villagers, and the only octopus villagers we have, there's only 3, and none of them look like the squid whatsoever. Like, just at all, so. But that's what I was saying earlier, is I wish we had, like, maybe for the next game, maybe we got some more octopus villagers. Like, what if we had, like, a neon blue one? That'd be cool. Maybe one for the doll too, the Coraline doll. Speaking of Coraline dolls, if y'all can sit tight just for a second, I have the Coraline doll, like the literal thing. Technically, it's like a toy, like a collector's item, but still. I'm gonna be right back. I won't take long. I know exactly where it is. Just give me a hot second. Okay, so before anybody says like, hey, it's a collector's item, like don't take it out of the box. I already took it out of the box years ago. The box is already damaged. There's no point in trying to preserve it. I do also have a fake, like pretend version of the key that she had. Here, hold on. I believe the key is in here too. I'll grab that in a second. Oh, look! Isn't she pretty? I love Coraline. I have literally always loved Coraline so much, but can't tell. It has always been a top in the top favorites movies of mine. I love her. But aside from the doll, I'll grab the key. You don't want to see the box. The box is very scratched up and kind of funky. And then the key. I don't know what happened to it, but there's like a tiny little bit, I don't know if you can tell, but like the top little hole on the key, something happened to it or some of the paint rubbed off, but whatever. I thought it was pretty cool. Hello again. Hello, Crowley. Welcome in. Earlier, I was talking about for the supernatural list of villagers ideas, since, as I'm sure you've heard me say a million bajillion times, one of the characters' names is Crowley. And I made sure to specify to the audience, hey, since this villager that I'm choosing to represent Crowley is low-key kind of a villager that's not liked, I want everybody to make sure that they know that I'm talking about the character, not you, Crowley. If I had to choose a villager to represent you, I would choose a cute one. You could have a good villager. I would not curse you with rodeo. Okay, now I can go back to live. Actually, apparently, maybe I should just stay on this screen. Listen. I just noticed I have 5 minutes left. I have not chosen a theme. What am I gonna do? I knew there was a chance this was gonna happen, which is why at the very beginning I made everybody try and vote on the poll to decide if you think I'm gonna actually come to a choice or not. So let's kind of review everything. One of the big advantages I would have with the supernatural idea and with the Coraline idea, both of them honestly, especially the Coraline one. I know so much about both of those categories that I feel like making an island like that would be pretty simple. It would be pretty simple. And then, let me think. With the Chaperone Island, that one's like a bit more of like a newer one that I came up with. Part of me is really worried that I would have a bit of a disadvantage in regards to like the Midwest princess thing, 'cause I'm not Midwestern whatsoever, and I'm worried that I won't do some of those themes justice. So got that out of the way. I already talked about the supernatural one, talked about the Coraline one. As much as I like the idea, I feel like maybe I won't go with the Chaperone one now. I'll tell you what, because I'm most likely streaming Animal Crossing tomorrow, I will go over my own notes today. And if I don't make a choice whenever I end this stream, I will make sure that a choice has been made before you see me live again. Okay, so Chaperone theme, unlikely. I'm writing it like that so I can look at this later. So Chaperone theme, unlikely. Supernatural. I don't know. Midwestern is barely an aesthetic anyways. You're close enough. You're fine. I just know specifically that a lot of Midwestern states, like there's like this general thing, unfortunately, I feel like there's a lot of homophobia. And I feel like that's something that Chapel kind of talks about in her music, which is why like I especially was kind of worried that I wasn't going to be doing it justice because I'm not from one of those states, given I'm also from an unfortunately homophobic state too, but that's not the point. I don't know. Maybe it's just me overthinking. I just want to make sure that for that kind of thing, if I do that, that I do it justice. But you know what? I also loved the idea of the Labyrinth theme. Like in my mind, I was like, what if I made the island tune, the Magic Dance song, and it was like, dance, magic, dance. Dance, magic, dance. I love that song so much. I feel like these are all such good ideas. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Originally, one of the... Oh, I keep unmuting the actual stream itself. If that caused any echo, I'm really sorry. There was still the Animal Crossing RPG idea made by Nintendo Talk. And I really was thinking about that. There's a lot of reasons why I could, and who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Because that is still a possibility. It was just not talked about as much today because there were bigger priorities in terms of idea planning. I think as of right now, I'm most likely... I mean, you never know. Do not take this as a set in stone. Please take what I'm going to say with a grain of salt, because this could absolutely change. But with that said, I feel as though it's most likely that I'll go with the Coraline recreation or Chaperone. And I say that even though Chaperone I put as unlikely, I'm saying that because Yes, I know a lot more about supernatural and I'm a lot more familiar. However, I remember today whenever we've been talking, I feel like a lot of you seemed really interested in the Chapel Roan idea, so probably going to be between that and something else, but I unfortunately did not come to a conclusion for which one I was going to do, but I will continue to think about it. It's also why I really wanted to make a list of all the ideas so I could use them to review off stream. Can I get a shirt reveal because I want to see the pretty moth shirt? Yes. It's from Target. My ponytail is stuck behind the squishmallow. I think both would be cool, so I can't decide which one I like better. Well, I'm glad you support my ideas in general. That's really sweet. Okay. I really like that. The sweater, it's really soft. I had to put on a sweater earlier. I had a short sleeve on, but then it got too hot. Not too hot, too cold. I'm gonna search for a stream for us to raid. I'm really sorry that, as expected, I could not come to a conclusion, but I am very, 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 very grateful I did this stream. It was eye-opening in a couple of ways in terms of creative endeavors and islands and so on and so forth. Very, very grateful that I did that. I have no regrets in regards to the actual stream. I'm just trying to find a stream that we can raid. Is there a delay on this chat? I really hope there's not, because that'll be nice. All right, cool. There's no delay. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and raid Becklin Gaming, who is currently streaming Pokemon. I did try to look for an Animal Crossing stream, but I could not find one. Becklin Gaming is super, super sweet. If you do not stay for her stream, that is okay. But if you could at least pop in to say something generally positive and you'll be supportive, that would be great. I'm waiting for my chat to pop back up. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's the link. I'll just, copy paste that a couple of times for you guys. Oh, and by the way, I know today's start time was at a different time than normal, but tomorrow's live stream on Sunday will be at 11 a.m. Central Time, as it normally would be, just in case anybody was curious. There is the raid command. And of course, with that being said, thank you so much for coming to my stream. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. And if you have not already, I would really appreciate it if you could. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time for another live stream. Bye, everyone!